Straight on all. Let me make sure my Zoom is recording. Let's go. Work loud.
Recording in progress.
Got it. Y'all tuning in? Let's tune in. So, I have a cat. Alright, so guys, what we're going to do today, thanks to the rain, your boy's going live. And what we're going to do is we're going to do some training, teaching, and whatever it is that you guys want to do. Like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, right? Now, I actually got on the wrong pair of skates for this. And the reason why I say it's the wrong pair of skates is because with these are loud. A lot of people don't think I tie my skates, but I actually tie them. The laces that you see that's hanging are just secondary laces. All right, so what we're going to do today? We're going to do a little bit of a few things. We're going to do some dips for my non-dippers. And happy Juneteenth to those out there who's celebrating right now. Again, it's raining out here in Miami, so we can't really do too much celebrating outside of being in the house. But it is what it is. All right. So in case you guys don't know, pin chat got it. In case you guys don't know, I'm live on like 4 different platforms. Zoom, YouTube, TikTok, IG. What's good? All right. So there's not going to be any music playing because of proprietary situations. So what we're going to do is we're just going to smooth this out. Now, I sent the link inside of my IG. The link is for my Zoom. If you guys have questions, or if you guys are going to be skating with me for the next hour and a half, and you guys hop on the Zoom, and I'll be able to handle that for you. But right now, because you guys are so far away, I won't be able to read it. I can approach it, but that's unfair to everybody else and all the other platforms. So again, if you're on Zoom, then I can click you in and hear your questions, so that way we ain't got to worry about me trying to read it. I want my cat to stop getting in the way. This is Luna, by the way. Okay. So you guys see me with this merch right here. This is Skate Swagger. You see that? Skate Swagger for my YouTubers. You see that? Skate Swagger. My boy Jamil and his wife Tiff, my girl Tiff. What they do is they make these shirts. These are not just for roller skating. These are shirts actually for pretty much just skaters, outside wear gear, things like that. Skate Swagger is just the company. So you guys, even if you don't skate, and I know you tuned in because you probably do, but if you don't skate, you can go ahead and get the merchandise. Go check them out at Skate Swagger. You can go check out the website, skateswagger.com, and they'll hook you up. So now with that being said, I got one more plug. These weefers, you see these weefers on. I'm going to get another pair because of the fact that these are wearing down. I got to clean them for one. All right. But for two, I just need another pair. I deserve it. Right. So I'm going to get another pair. I'm going to holler at them, see if I can go ahead and cop that. But you guys, my link is RoC's_WorLd. Or not link, but my affiliate code, right? My discount code is RoC's_WorLd. So if you guys go to Weefa and go check these out, the link is in most of my descriptions anyway. Check them out. They got some these are known as extreme streets. I got some toe plugs too that I gotta put in that my guy Zach hooked me up with, but I'm gonna plug those in soon. So anyways, with that being said, let's get to it. I'm not going to bore you guys with all of that plug-in stuff. The way that I operate nowadays is I like to kind of take away a lot of the fluff when it comes down to once I start the training. I'm giving some fluff right now. But I also talked to you guys about me doing a guide, right? For those who are trainers who are trying to make 10K within that month or within a month. It's highly possible, but I'm gonna break that down for you guys later on. All right. Obviously, once I get my guide fully together, so that way I can make sure I guide you guys correctly. It's highly possible you guys can do it just from training 10 hours a week, right? Not really worrying about doing videos and things of that sort for like YouTube and things like that. But videos are included, right? Because now we're talking about selling your product, right? You skate for an hour, create a bunch of videos, and all of a sudden you have an hour worth of work to give the people, right? So now you take that hour away from the other 39, and you have 39 hours left to make the 10K. We're gonna break that down in a bit. So now, first things first, when you guys are skating with me, we want to make sure posture is covered. Bending at the waist, also at the knees. You guys got that? Good. All right, we don't want to hunchback it like this, but we just kind of want to be in a seated position. You got that? Once you guys are in your seated position, the next thing you guys want to do is we want to make sure that your separation, your position of your feet, right, is at a good position. So we don't want to be in a tall position, right? A narrow position where we don't have a lot of balance, right? We want our foundation to be spread out. So therefore, what we can do is now we have not just balance, right, but strength in our movement. Okay. So does it smell good? Hey. All right. You'll get used to it. This is her first time seeing me skate. You'll get used to it. I got another cat. His name is Barry. He's right here asleep, but whatever. So foundation is important. When you guys have foundation, you want to make sure that your feet are about shoulder width apart. And you want to make sure that let's just say you have a middle leg, right? You got a leg in the middle. Let's just say you got a middle leg. And you want to make sure your nose is over your knee, your knees are over your toes. You got that? Nose over the knee over the toes. So that's that. Now, when it comes down to dips, right? Because that's what we're hopping into. We're only going to do dips for like 40 minutes, maybe. And if you guys are not subscribed to my Patreon, do that because I cover most of this stuff in my Patreon, right? And if you guys are not subscribed on my IG subscription, this is going to be uploaded there. So you guys will see it there. You won't see it on my regular page. So keep that in mind. So now, dips. I'm about to break this thing down so that way you guys will be like, oh my gosh, I can dip now. I'm a dip king or queen, whatever it is. All right, so with dips, I like to do it from a side angle view because you'll see the posture and or my positioning, what I'm doing. So first things first, you guys got to know how to lunge, man. You guys have to know how to lunge. That's the key to dips, lunging, okay? So if you guys ever did some lunges where you guys step forward and you lunge down and came back up, step forward, lunge down and then came back up, you guys are already there, right? It's just a matter of understanding your balance. So when you start pulling yourself back, then you guys can go ahead and correct that style. So as I lunge forward, as you guys can see here, I'm gonna lunge forward, come back up. All right, it's just a forward lunge. I can use my wheels to get me there. So therefore I don't have to strain with trying to keep my balance as I'm lunging, right? So as I use my wheels I place one toe stop down, to say my right for this case. And I know on Instagram I'm mirrored, right? But I may not be mirrored, I don't know. It's my right leg. Is that right leg on you guys? Is in. It's whatever. So my right leg, I'm gonna slide it forward and I'm gonna squat down. Now most of the strain is like right here in this groin area where my third leg is. Third leg. All right, so where strain is right here, when I lunge forward, I'm gonna feel it here. So I'm gonna collapse the knee just a little bit. So that way it gives me some I don't want to say leverage, but let's say leverage, right? It gives me a little bit of space where I can go down a little deeper, right? So now as I bend my knee, understand this though. When I bend my knee, the strain is gonna happen still here where my third leg is. All right, still gonna happen here, but the difference is as I squat down, I'm gonna start to now feel it around this area where my left glute is. You good? You tripping? You tripping? All right, I don't know if y'all seen that. I know you seen it on Zoom. All right, so anyways, as I squat down, I'm gonna start feeling it in this glute area and also right here in my thigh. I wanna pull back up. Of course, the deeper you go, the stronger you have to be. But this is what I want you guys to keep in mind. You don't have to go so deep. It's really based off of your stretch ability, right? So don't stress out by trying to be like this. I'm gonna get down here and I'm gonna just deepen it in, right? And I'm gonna get pause. I'm gonna get down here and I'm gonna just get deep. That don't sound right. Let me stop saying that. All right, so children are watching. I'm gonna get down and I'm gonna get low. That's it. I'm gonna get low. I'm gonna get low and I'm gonna get back up. You guys don't have to do that. All right. All you guys really have to do is this. Bounce. That's it. Bounce. Bounce. I'm dipping now. Who's ready? You not. Who's ready? Boy, stop. You see what I'm saying? Like, let's go. So that's all you got to do. You got to keep that in mind. I'm not trying to get super low if I can't. It's based on ability. So now, that's the first step. If you guys seen my dip video where I go across the different types and levels of dip, that was supposed to be a joke. It really wasn't supposed to be anal, right? Like and nobody took it offensive. Thank God. But it's not really, there's more in between, right? Of all those levels. But for the most part, when you guys are learning how to dip, just focus on that. Just a back, up, back, up. This bounce, my drop bounce is where I solidify, where I go to my peak on back, boom, right? I peak at the back. And then as I bounce up, my leg comes back up. And as I drop down, my leg stops, or my foot stops together to switch. So now, that brings me to the next point. Whenever you guys are dipping, it is a posture balance switch off. That's not even how to say it, right? But you got to transfer your weight over from one leg to the other leg, all right? Left leg, if my right goes back, watch my weight, watch my body. My right goes back, I shift myself over to that left leg. Boom, then back to the middle leg. Boom, then over to the right leg. Boom, and back to the middle leg. I come and I bounce right in between both legs because I'm going to reset. So as I come up, that's where I shift my weight. As I come up, I shift my weight. Let me turn around. I know we got some of those folks who like to see it this way. I'm not even going to go into detail. But as I pull back, I shift my weight. As I come back up, I shift it back middle, drop, and I switch it over. Those of you who work out, you guys will be superb at dipping. Those of you, especially if you do leg workout. I used to do a lot of leg workout, right? Even though it may not look that way, right? But I used to get swelled right here mentally. Like it wasn't physically, it was mental swelling or swelling, right? Mentally, I was there. So when you guys are doing that, just understand, just like as you guys are doing it on your feet, your shoes, you guys can do this on your shoes too. Of course, you just have to step back. Now, that's the other part about dipping. We're not stepping forward. We're not lunging forward. We're not doing forward lunges. Okay? We're not doing forward lunges. We're doing back lunges. So that's why this strain on my groin muscle is going to be first instead of this leg in front. The groin muscle is going to be first. And then as I go deeper, then it's the leg in front. That's building up that squat muscle. Got it? So now, once you move past that, you all right? She ain't never been like this before. I promise, guys. Like, we don't give her catnip, not yet, right? We don't give her catnip. We don't do none of that stuff. She just on some mad stuff right now. She tripping, all right? Tripping. Okay, all right. She get her tail ran over. You guys heard it here first. I didn't do it intentionally. Keep that in mind. So now, as you dip back, it's a back lunge because we want to kind of plant our foot, our toe stop. Do it like this so you guys can see that toe stop plant. And I want to just pull myself back. Got it. All right. Then we're going to switch legs. We're going to dip that right leg back. Toe stop. Pull ourselves to it. You guys like these angles, right? Like I'm hitting all the right angles on purpose. That's camera etiquette 101. You got to know what makes sense. Like I don't want to be here and be like, okay, so what we're going to do is pay attention to my right leg. All right, as I dip this right leg back and pull it, nah, that's not good. Dip etiquette or camera etiquette, you want to make sure that you're showing the leg you want to show. All right, so now, once you get done with that, with this placement, pull, step, drop, pull, step. Those who were on my last class, where you pay for it, don't worry. You guys are getting premium stuff. This right here, I'm still giving quality things because honestly, you can never run out of material, right? If you can, then you don't need to be teaching. So I have no problem giving away a lot of these tips and stuff for free, right? Because push come to shove, they're not all going to be as detailed as possible because everybody's built differently. So you guys, it may work for you, it may not, but if it does, solid. So now as I put my toe stop back, again, I'm over that foot in the front, I pull back and I reset to go over the other foot. Now, that's your momentum, your first step. The next step for momentum is actually not even putting your toe stop down. We don't really do that while dipping, even though you can. I can do it. In my video, I show where all the different types of dippers. There are different dippers who do that as well. But instead of me putting my toe stop down and resting that, I'm gonna leave my toe stop up, and I'm just gonna turn my foot as back 90 degrees out. Got it? Foot that is back, it rotates 90 degrees out. Now, how do you do that? Are we twisting at the ankle, the hip, the knee? We're going to twist at the hip, right? We're going to open up our hip like so. Got it? Boom. But we're going to rest that foot back like that. And now we're going to twist that hip. So now, obviously, as I twist my hip, my body is set up where if I do twist a hip like this, because I have so much pressure on it, I'm gonna start feeling it in this hip, which is fine. So to prevent you from messing up or injuring yourself or doing something that's out of whack, what you want to do is this. You want to open up that hip and then open up that chest. Ah, that's much better. Whew. I can pull myself to my other foot in the back and reset, do the same thing. I'm gonna dip back, open up that hip. Oh, don't forget the chest. My shoulders are out now. Pull back. Then we're gonna do it again. We're gonna do it again. We're gonna go back. But this time, as I go back, my shoulders, and this is key, upper body's gonna lead most of any and everything I teach, right? Until we get into the more advanced level of stuff, your upper body's going to lead most of the stuff, right? It's just designed that way to help you out. So therefore, subconsciously, you're not afraid of the next step, or you're not afraid of where you're going. So if I can see where I'm going, that helps me out so much. I got to be able to see where I'm going to help myself out. So now, as this foot goes back, my shoulder is opening up. twist, pull in. All right, that's the first part of the dip. Got that. Let's try the other side. Wait. I want to go back first and then open. Oh, there it is. Once you guys have that, we're going to skip some steps. Again, this is all, I want to make sure that you guys get quality, but there are some things that, of course, I want to kind of make sure that I save for you when you're like, look, man, I need more. I need more information. Give it to me, and I got you. So now, as I pull back, boom, boom, I'm going to turn. What I'm going to do now is what a lot of people teach when they're dipping. They teach you to go right into that C curve, where you C curve like this. Guys, if you don't have balance on your foot, the foot that's in the front, to do that C curve is going to throw you way off. All right. I'm not saying that they're incorrect. They're right, but they're just advancing you a little faster than you may be when it comes down to actually doing dips. So you got to take your time. You got to understand, if you can't do that C curve, go straight back and just kind of pull yourself. Got it? So now let's get to that C curve, because that's what everybody wants. I want to dip like him, and I want to dip like her, because they are hitting that curve. Bars. Freestyle. Again. So as I go back, this is what I want you guys to understand. I am in a pigeon toe state, because guess what? When you're pigeon toe, I want you guys to try to skate forward without lifting up your skates. You can't do that. There's no moving forward unless your floor is slippery, and then you get a scoop. We want to eliminate. We want to use that to go back. Oh, freedom. Got that? So now I'm free to go backwards. So this is what I'm going to do when I go back, or when I start off. I'm going to start with a C, but my other foot, and this is going to be hard for you guys to try to understand, but bear with me, okay? Let's just say my right foot is straight. Got that? Guys, my right foot is straight. I'm going to have my right foot go straight back. That's what my right foot is doing. Got it? Cool. My left foot is about 60 degrees from where that right foot is, right? But now when I go straight back, I'm not going to base my weight on my right foot per se, because I'm be doing this. You guys see that? What I want to do is I want to shift my weight to that middle leg. You got me? Yeah. Y'all knew it. That middle leg. All right, I want to shift my weight to that middle leg, that third one right there. So now, as this right one is going straight back and this left one's going straight back, it's going to look now, because I'm going to turn my body this to the 60-degree angle, and it's going to look like they're separating. Oh, you see that? Cool. Now, when they are separating, that's the illusion that starts my C curve. Got it? So, again, as I'm facing this way, all right? Zoom. As I'm facing towards, and it's funny because this is where YouTube, IG, and TikTok is, right? But that's just what I'm used to, like, because I like the portrait standard, right, of the viewing versus the. It's crazy because I used to hate this. So, anyways, that's why my focus is here. So, forgive me, Zoom. All right, but now as I go back, plus you guys have a better angle, by the way. As I go back, now I want to, instead of me worrying about curving, I just want to bring it back to the other foot. Oh my gosh, did I just curve? I think I did. But this is the case. I still want to shift my weight on this hip, right? Even though I want to be here, this weight, I feel it on my hip. So therefore, I still have balance to bring this foot in. You got me? I hope that makes sense. If that don't click, like I said, it may not, it might. That's literally it. That's the curve. It's a bubble, or some may call it a scissor, right? It's a bubble. It's a bubble, but I'm just staying on one foot. I'm bubbling. Watch this. I'm not gonna change anything up except for where my weight is. Just changed up my weight. That's it. I'm still going straight back. My right foot is doing the exact same thing, except it's not curving though. It's not curving. Right foot is just not curving. That's it. Got it? So now, once I hit that, I'm gonna go out and pull it in and close that door. I want to go back, pull that bad boy in, and close that door. What does that mean? When I go back and I'm at my 90-degree angle because my foot is kind of went behind my other foot, this right foot is not really doing much. Obviously, once I'm getting into it, guys, once I get involved with the move, the right foot is going to be doing some little scoots here and there, right? It's going to be like, you see how it's scooting, like it's shifting. It's going to shift, but for the most part, what you guys need to understand is that it's going to be where most of your weight is, and that's probably going to be the direction that you're mainly going in. So keep that in mind. Please keep that in mind, all right? So now, again, as I go back, you're going to get ran over. Luna, you're going to get ran over. And then when you get ran over, you know what's going to happen, right? It's going to be like, and stuff like that. Then we're going to have some way we feel about each other. All right. Didn't mean for you guys to see that. So now, switching it off, going with my other leg, you guys are going to struggle with one side versus the other, and that's okay. I still have a favorite side, right? With dipping, especially with the skating rink and how that's set up, like unless we are in the UK, right? Unless we're across the Atlantic, because they skate in both directions. From my observation, obviously I could be wrong. You guys tell me, but from my observation, they skate in both directions. Here, unless you're in Chicago, for the most part, Chicago skates in both directions. It's not always as special, right? The only time we really skate in both directions out here is when it's special, right? And most people hate that, right? So when you're skating in one direction, you're gonna get electrocuted. When we skating in both directions, it's normally a special. But the reason why we struggle with one side is because we're so used to putting our weight on that opposite side, right? So if we're going around the curve, right, in a counterclockwise motion, which is here, most of my weight is on my right foot anyway. So I'm gonna be used to dipping this way. I can dip like this all day. Hey, that's dip, right? Hey, right? But you guys got to get used to going the opposite way too. This is why a lot of people struggle with this side, because it's not normally what they're used to doing. My wife is calling, but she understands that I'm on live right now. I love you, babe. Appreciate you. So now what I want to do is I want to practice this, but I just want to mirror exactly what I did there to the other side. Okay? So I want you guys to try that out, practice that. Hopefully that works for you. If it doesn't work for you, then obviously that's what the classes are for. Hit me up, I got you. And just like we're doing on this live right here, that's how we'll do it on Zoom. If you guys are in a different place, even if you're in Miami, you feel comfortable with skating in your house, let me know. This is the plug. This is what I'm giving you guys, man. Like, I'm not gonna lie, my prices ain't cheap, right? The reason why is because if you the best, no one thinks you the cheapest. But if you the cheapest, no one may think you the best. Keep that in mind. So that's a plug for that guide y'all was asking about. That's a plug. Keep that in mind. So anyhow, as you guys are doing this, keep in mind that it's really a balance of both sides. But if you guys perfect one, keep that one side good, right? Master that side, but mirror it to the other side. And I don't mean just mirror it. Most people think like, oh, I'm just mirror it. No, if you ever dance, right? If you ever pop lock, right? It's hard to do one side, and most people like this, right? No. You got to understand the curve and the muscle of my left hand as I curve it up. Okay, I lock in right there. Okay, can I do this? Oh, okay, so it's that 5. Okay, can I? Oh, my elbows go up. So really what you guys are doing is you guys are mirroring the muscle, the contraction, the feeling of that move. So when you guys are doing with both feet, I want to feel both legs. So as this left foot is going back, I don't want to just focus on this left foot. How does this right foot feel? I want that same feeling right there. Okay, there it is. I feel it. My right might be a little weaker than my left, but it is what it is. So that's different. My cat is playing with this light. You guys see that uplighting, right? If the cat comes out blacker than it already is, you guys know why. You know what I'm saying? Side. My wife would kill me though if I let that happen. So that's dips. Okay? Live, do you have any questions on my Zoom? No questions? No questions? Solid. All right, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to touch my other phones. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Anybody want a cat? Does anybody want a cat? Beers is chill, man. Come here, Beers. Come here. This one right here is chill. I thought this one was so ugly when we first got him. Y'all see this cat? Y'all see it? Thought it was so ugly when we first got him. You know, I said this cat is probably gonna be the worst cat we have, and it's the best one because he's so chill, like he's relaxed, he's chilling. But he is ugly sometimes. He's cute now. He's like a cute ugly. You know how you got one of those babies that everybody be like, oh look at him. Oh, she's so precious. Oh, I wanna hold him. Can I pet her head? Like, you know, one of those babies. Like that's what Beers was. The skin was so wrinkly. I didn't know what to do, right? I'm trying to pet. You ever pet your skin? Pet your skin. But don't pet your skin right now. Pet your skin after you take a shower, right? Take a shower. Don't put on no lotion and pet your skin. It's gonna feel sticky. It's gonna be like, yo, this is how it feels to pet one of those cats. That's how it feels, man. It's a sticky situation. So keep that in mind. Okay. All right, so what I'm gonna do now, this is where we normally do the Q&A. We got a whole nother hour. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and rock out some other stuff. Guys, what I'm gonna do for you guys right now is this is gonna be good. We're not gonna go over some basic things. Keep that in mind. What we're gonna do, we're gonna touch in some really, really advanced stuff because we don't ever do that. And I think that's probably gonna be the thing I go live with because most people think that this is just for beginners. Nah, bro. If you missed out, you missed out. Keep that in mind, okay? But it's not gonna be a lot of footwork. The reason why is because these are so loud. And I got neighbors downstairs, so I gotta be courteous, right? Especially going to 8:30s if I want to do this more often. So now, we want to get into some more advanced things, right? So one of the coolest moves I like to do, not often, obviously I gotta make sure my knees are right, is really just a simple sit rotation. What is that, right? While we're moving forward, I just sit down and rotate. So as I'm going, it's a rotation. So as I'm moving forward, I sit and I rotate. And I sit down. See that? It's timing, man. I did it right. So what that means is, how can I get y'all there, right? First things first, can y'all squat? Ugh. So there's really no way for me to kind of explain that one. You guys got to just kind of grab something and work on going down and seeing how low you can go. I don't want to hear I'm too thick to get low. I got too much backside to hold me forward. I don't want to hear that. You know why I don't want to hear that? Because I done trained like 6 thick women how to go down and shoot the duck on one leg. And all they was giving me in the beginning was this. Here, and they'll go down and they'll do this. It's just a matter, and even with this up here, right? these top pillows, right? They are able to do that. So I don't want to hear I'm too thick. What you guys need to understand is you got to understand your leverage. What can you do with the leverage you have, right? Suck in that gut, pull in that butt, drop down, and shoot that duck. All right, you got that? Take that home with you. Suck in that gut, tuck in that butt, get down, and shoot that duck. So, when you guys get down, this is step one. Step two is simply turning your upper body. As I turn my upper body, it corks me. It puts me into a position where I have to make a move. Now, this is the part that's really going to really touch it, right? How do you rotate while you're down there? You got to get on your toes. You got to stop being a punk and get on your toes. The more of a punk you are, all right, the more you're going to be like struggling to do it. So don't be no punk. Get on your toes. All right, so when I do it, I'm going to swing my tush. Got that? I'm going to swing my chest and tush. All right? So when you guys are killing it, drop, swing, hey, ha. So when I swing from forward to back, it's on my toes. Toes. And I'm really dragging my heels, right? But I'm swinging on my toes, but my heels are down. And when I get back up, I'm on my heels and my toes are down, right? That's going to give you guys that effect. So when you guys get comfortable with that, it's just a drop. It's a simple move. So that's move one. As you guys see, I'm only rotating in one direction. When we start to get into more advanced moves like this, I'm not really concerned with going both ways, right? Pause. Now, what I'm really going to be doing is I'm going to be focused on using those as power moves and not necessarily moves that I'll be doing in a routine. Now, let's just say we was like, okay, cool. I don't really care about that, Jay. What I want to do is I want to work in the middle. How can I work in the middle? Okay. So let's hop into this real quick. Now, there's a move that I got from my guy. I can't even think of his tag right now. Superman. Oh man, Superman Adventures. Is that your tag, bro? Anyways, it's in my video that I just posted, right? I do it for like 2 or 3 times, and that's it. But the move goes like this. And this move I was actually doing with my guy Dre, and we were rocking it out. I was trying to show him how to do it because they got it. It's just the move is not easy. So if you guys know the replacement, right? But you guys hit right here. That's the replacement. Replace. Now I coined it the replacement. You guys can call it whatever you want to call it, right? But that is only a partial move of what you're going to be doing right now. Again, I wish I could tag my boy in this right now, but anyways, the move goes like this. When you guys hit, it's a 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. The move is so smooth. It's definitely one of my favorites to do. But I seen him doing it, I was like, I gotta do that. All right. So the move goes again. So as you guys are replacing, boom, replace, drop back, swing, drop back, swing, drop, step over, swing out. Now I'm not gonna go into super details on how to do this move, but what I'm gonna do is just try to explain it in 3 simple steps. First step is you guys gotta know this replacement. You know this rhythm? All right, that's good. If you guys don't know that step, then you guys can practice. And I was showing this to one of the young ladies there at Extreme. 3-step over, boom. Come back, step over, and my guy too, I was trying to tell him. Step over, step over. These 3 moves are within the same rhythm of each other. I'm gonna prove it to you too, right? So as I'm doing that, step over, step over. You guys ready for it? Learn it in that form. Those 3. First step. 5, 6, 7, 8. Go 1, 2, 3, 4. How do I do that? This is how you do it. I'm at a 90-degree angle. I'm going to take this back foot that's behind his right. I'm going to bring it around. Take it across. Like so. And then straighten it out. Just like this foot is. Got it? So it's like this. And this foot is going to end up like this. Got it? Vice versa. That's going to go straight. That's going to pivot out. That's going to go straight. That's going to pivot out. So now when you hit it, it's a boom. But now this is the tricky part. I have to do it on my heel. Whichever foot is facing forward, which is going towards you, I got to do this joint on my heel. And I got to land at 90. So again, I'm going to take away this back foot. It's no longer here. Oh, it's gone. Got it? So this right foot has to go 90. Got it? Put this other foot back down. Now this left foot is now doing exactly what that right foot just did. It's got to go 90. Got it? The foot that goes in front, it's going to go there to stop me. Stop my momentum. The foot that's coming from the back to the front, it's going to do that. Hey, what's wrong with you? What is your issue? What are your challenges? All right. So now, again, it's just 90 degrees. That's it. 90. Step. 90. Step. So now we got to keep the rhythm. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, you got that. You've mastered it. Congratulations. You're a beast of all beasts. Let's turn around. Let's do it like this. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. So if you guys are as advanced as you feel like you are, you're not just paying attention to my feet. You're watching what my upper body's doing. Where's my weight at? It's over that back foot. And then I shift it over, right? Because now it's going to be over this foot, which is now going to be my back foot. Got it? Hurtsy. So now, next thing. You got that. I'm going to show you guys how I've been to that replacement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Next step. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, the replacement. Oh, how do we get there? I don't know. Go watch some of my videos. That's on YouTube. On Patreon. You guys go see that, and then you get there. I'm not that rude. I'll show you guys a little bit, all right? Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Looks like this. So as I step, I'm going to kick my other foot over. So remember that foot, it was pivoting on its heel to go, right? And I use the other foot to stop. But instead of me stopping right here, I'm just going to stop up front. Right here. Right on the side of it. Right? So now, I'm going to use the same momentum to kick around. Right? But instead of me kicking around and stopping myself, I'm going to kick forward. So now, this is where we come into a dilemma, guys. What do we do from here? What do we do from here? What do we do from here. We got to bring this foot back over because now this foot is facing straight. So what is this foot going to do? Right? We just had a class on this. You remember? Right? It's got to go that way. So how do we get it to go that way? We're going to take this right foot and we're going to just bring it back across. Ooh, and then replace where that foot was. Thus, giving you guys the name of the replacement. Congratulations, that's it right there. You're on 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8 and 1. All right, they're downstairs. So that's the replacement. Got it? So now what's the next step? The next step is go from here, right, to bringing this foot back, stepping over, and then jumping off. Wait a minute, what? I'm gonna bring this foot back. Like I said, I'm gonna bring it back. I'm gonna step over that foot. And I'm gonna jump off and slide it. I don't get that. What? I'm gonna bring this foot back. Step over, slide. Back over, slide. Back over, slide. Back over, slide. Back over, slide. Foot. Get out of here. And slide too. How do we get into that? All right. Again, these are simple breakdowns. Right? But I told you 3 moves. I'm breaking down 3 moves within 3 moves. All right, so within this move, I say 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 3 is a slide. 1, 2 is a step. Here. Back, over, slide. Got it? Okay. Here. I just did the replacement. Right? What do we want to do with the replacement? We want to take this left foot and kick it across. Well, we still gonna go across, except for instead of kicking it across, we're gonna bring this right foot all the way back first. And then shift our weight over to that right foot. We're gonna step over that right foot. And then we're going to jump off of this left. Hey. Right? So now, I want you to understand that I'm jumping off of this left. Like that. The difference is I'm jumping off this left to this right. Got it? So now when I jump off this left to this right, I'm going to just slide this foot on this toe. I'm just pushing so forward. Instead of me jumping up. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. So I step over, curtsy, hit. Pull back, over, curtsy, slide. 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 You got that? So that's that. All right. So what you guys want to do is you guys want to do a 4-4-4, right? 4 count, 4 count, 4 count. All right. This is how you guys practice that. You guys are going to start off like this. Foot straight forward. Pick your side, whatever side you're comfortable with. I'm going left over right until it stops. That's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Replacement and 1 and 2 and 3 and bring that foot back and 1 and 2 and 3 and Broadway. I like that. All right. 5, 6, 7, 8 and 1 and 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 2 and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and can transfer to a lot of moves in this. So that is that. And I just did a tutorial on spins again, right? So I might be releasing some clips of that to you guys, but it's really for my Patreon. You'll get a bigger clip on YouTube, obviously, but TikTok and IG, you guys see the short clip of that. On my Patreon, I cut these things up like this, right? So that you guys can have digestible segments. The difference is you guys will get a back view of it too, right? So that way you guys can see both angles. You can follow along, or you can just, pay attention to try to mirror what I'm doing. So keep that in mind. I'm plugging all night, baby. All night. Yeah. I know a lot of people be asking me, not really, but I'm gonna just plug it in anyways. If you guys like your content and you want to make a donation, in my link in my bio, that's where you guys can find that. All right. Appreciate you guys. Obviously, the more I get, the more I can do, right? As far as bringing on these free lives, right? These Zooms. So anything helps. But other than that, what I really want to do for you guys now is I want to throw this cat into this thing. Hey, I'm gonna have to unplug this. It's gonna take away all this beautiful blue light because this cat tripping. She gonna get fried, man. Like, you ever had barbecue cat? Me neither, and I don't want to try it. So let's go into, like I said, we're doing hard moves, right? Extremely hard moves. So you guys ready for the next hard one? Say yeah. Y'all say yeah. All right, so the next hard move is this. We're gonna go ahead and bring it down to the ground. All right, I have the stamina to do it, but obviously for a lot of people you won't. So how do we bring it down to the ground? So first things first, we got to get down there, right? And the last thing I want to do when I get down there is fall. I want to fall to that position. I want to go down there in a smooth technique. Now, the smooth technique requires me to at least be able to squat, right? But what I want to do is I want to utilize that dip format. I want to just go out into a dip, but then I want to airplane it backwards, right? So if I go out into a dip, bow, back. Little karate move, right? Or it looks like karate. It's not really. It's just ninja, right? Let's go. Hit, right? That's one way, one technique. Or you guys can just go out and then come back on your toe snaps. Got it? Give the example. As I go out, toe snaps down. That puts me right into that area where I want to go ahead and start either doing some leg extensions, some alpha kicks, right? Or doing some toe shuffles, feet shuffles, crazy legs down low, whatever you want to call it, right? Now, as I'm down here, I'm not going to say like that. I hurt my calf the last time I did that. But what I want you guys to understand, when you guys are down on the ground, what you guys want to do is you want to make sure that you are levitating off of your boot. You do not want to sit down on your boot. There should be no boot sitting. No boot licking. We are here. This is where we at. This is where we operate. This is where the flow is. This is where all the magic happens. I'm not down here sitting down. Alright, that's gonna reduce or it's gonna restrict you guys from flowing to the next move. If I go here to this, I'm bouncing in a very hard manner, and I really don't want to do that. I want to be able to flow and be able to hop back up into that next motion. So that's groundwork 101. Groundwork 102, no matter what I'm doing, the skate that's closest to my tush is the foot that I'm over. That's who I'm aligned with. All right, I'm not aligned with the foot in front. I'm aligned with the foot that's closest and that's underneath me. That's what I'm aligned with. So as I'm getting ready to transfer, all depending on where I'm at, and depending on what I'm trying to do, hey, get away from YouTube. Get away from YouTube. All depending on what I'm trying to do, that's gonna put me over whichever foot is going to be underneath me. Leg extensions, again, I'm not over the left. Doesn't make sense. Kicks, I'm not over the left. even though I can rock that way, but my weight is over this right? Simple exercises. It's open, bet. Give me my love. Give me my love, sweet honey bun. Mm-hmm. Hey, look. Can you take Luna with you? Come on, Sky. Take Luna with you. Thank you. All right. So that's that. So leg extensions and whatnot. So when it comes down to groundwork, of course, a lot of people want to learn how to do this this rotation. I don't even know what it's called. What is that called? A pendulum rotation? No. A compass rotation? No, I don't know if it's that. I don't know what that's called, right? But when you guys are doing that rotation right here, again, the foot that's closest to you is really not going to be, in this case, the foot that you're going to be basing your weight. This foot the closest to me, it's really going to be the foot that's in the air. Got it? So what that means is I got to have control over this foot that's on the outside. No matter which side or which way I'm going, this foot that's closest to me is not going to be doing much. Where's that pressure at though? That pressure's on the inside, my inner edges. And also I feel it on my heel a lot. Obviously it transfers as you scoot, but in order for you to lead into that rotation, your heel or your toe is going to be the foot that leads it. Got that? So the toe is going to be the foot that leads it. The pressure is going to be on my heels, my inner edges. So I'm not going to go into that detail. I may create a video for it for my Patreon, but that's a lot of work. I'm not going to lie. That's one of those things where you got to be with me so that way I can make you do it with me and see where you're at. That way I can make sure you don't hurt yourself. I only recommend about 5 to 10 minutes at a time in increments when you guys are down doing groundwork, okay? So keep that in mind. So how else do I get down? So you guys can get down on the ground literally any way you guys best see fit. You just got to have a move in your mind that can get you out of, I don't know, but I said it with confidence. So go look it up, okay? Let's see. And again, this was going to be a fully dipped class, but you guys are not here with me, so I'm not going to kill myself and break it all the way down like that. But what I will do, for those who are saying, hey man, I want to dip forward. How can I dip forward? I don't know how to tell you guys this, but it's really not a dip forward. There's really no such thing as a forward dip, right? I did it in my video, right? But that was just what people see it as, right? Because you can rotate like this. But all that stuff comes from Ohio. That's an Ohio-based move, right? And I don't want to add any disrespect to Ohio, right? Cleveland, Cincinnati, or whoever created it. But when you guys do that move, for me, that's a stride, right? You can slow stride. Slow stride is not doing the dip, but when you're striding and you're hitting this like this, boom, 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 and you're striding out, that's pretty much what you guys are asking for on a slower song, right? That only started going real tough for me when I was in California, right? That's when I started doing that. I started adding that combination to this back dip forward like that. I started doing that for style. But to do that going forward, it's literally just the lunge in reverse. So I can, I'm still going to bounce here to bring it together, but instead of me going back, I'm going forward. Got it? So instead of me going back, I'm going forward. Foot does the exact same thing. As it goes back, and I'm doing advance. So I'm adding that turn to it, right? As I'm going into motion. As I go back, boom, for that C grab, reverse it, going forward like so, and I'm gonna pull that. I'm gonna pull this foot, boom, forward, boom. You see the bow-leggedness in this move? So keep that in mind. So that's really what that is. That's all that really is. It's not a front dip. It's just understanding where your weight is transferring to. Most of this stuff that I teach guys is about weight transfer. If you guys can transfer your weight over to exactly where you're gonna go, then do that. But do not at all do it and think that you can only put your weight over one side. What that's gonna do is gonna put you guys in a situation where you guys are gonna fall. Keep that in mind, okay? So let's see what else we got. Guys, I think that's about it. And I know we came out early, but this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take requests. So I'm gonna go look in my chat real quick and see what people are saying. All right, Zoom, you first. What we got for Zoom? What y'all talking about? Great job. Thank you. Cool. Nothing to request. Cool. What's up, YouTube? Yeah. Spins 2 toes. Yo, Jay, I actually just did a video for spins. I'm gonna post that, and you're gonna have it. It's very detailed. The C sweep, I got you. I know we gotta do a class on that one. So let me go ahead and tap. I'll touch the C sweep a little bit. Here, kitty. Here, kitty. IG, what you talking about? We quiet. What up, fam? We ain't talking about nothing right now. All right, cool. Oh, it's a lot of stuff I missed. Oh my gosh. You're welcome. Those who said thank you. You're welcome. I appreciate you. Oh my gosh. A lot of people tuned in. And here we go with Tiki Talk. What's up, yo? Barrel rolls. Ha! Can't do a barrel roll up here. I'm upstairs. I'll end up making too much noise. I'm gonna fall through the ceiling or the floor. And my Ludi's brother, that's my dad. Ludi is my father. Y'all see him in Vegas a lot of times, but he's resigning in Arizona. Possibly looking young, don't he? All right, I see you guys. All right, cool. Let's tap in. Let's tap into to the C sweep real quick. Then I'm gonna let you guys go. I broke the sweeps or the C sweep down on my Patreon. So if you guys want to check that out. But I'm gonna break it down in 3 steps. Promise. Make it 3 steps. If you guys don't get it, the classes are for. So 3 steps. First things first. We already went over weight transfer and things of that sort. Right? 1 second. Yes. Hey, you free to do whatever you want to do. Nah, they can't see you. I know they want to though. Yeah, I ain't gotta pause no more. My wife is here. I ain't gotta hit no pauses. You know what I'm saying? I was saying a lot of weird things earlier. Yeah. So, anyways, look, the C sweep. It's a backwards to forward move. It's a backwards to forward move. You start off going forward to build momentum. Forward, backwards, forward. Now, hopefully you guys didn't see my footwork right there because I actually did it on my toes. It's supposed to be on my heels. It's a backward forward move on your heel. Got it? So now, first step we're going to break down. Guys, you got to know how to spread eagle. Can you spread eagle? Jay, I know you can spread eagle. I know you got this. All right? I'm only going 90 degrees. That's all I need to go. 90 degrees. That's step 1. Got it? Step 1. Within step 1, find out which side you go the best. You don't have to C-sweep both sides. You just need to pick a side. Which side do you go best? All right, so keep that in mind. If I go best with my left side leading around the C-suite, then what I want to do is I'm going to step back or step to the side diagonally back with my opposite foot. Example, foot going out, I'm gonna step out. All right, now I'm not just going to pivot anymore. I can do it with just a pivot, but it doesn't give me the momentum or the torque that I need to make the C-sweep happen sharp. So what I want to do is I want to step out, and when I step out, guys, I'm going to pivot. I'm not 90 degrees, guys. I'm not 90. This is not where I'm at. I'm not 90. I'm a little deeper than 90. Got it? You don't have to be a 180. That's such a hard way to work. I just want to be a little deeper than 90. Got it? I don't know if that's a 135. I'm not too sure. Don't hold me to it. But I just want to be a little deeper than that. Got it? So now, when I step out, that's how I want to step. I want to step out to that. Now, once I step out into that, the reason why I need that to be a little deeper is because whichever direction this right foot lands in, that's my new way of direction. So as I'm coming towards you, my right foot lands here, then that's the direction I'm now going to go in. So I guess it will be a 135, right? So that's where you want to land, 135. Let's leave it at that. 5. Once I land at this 135, obviously if you guys are challenged, some people may be pigeon toe. My dad is. He's really deep pigeon toe. So I don't expect my dad to land 135, but he can utilize the motion, this rotation, to make it happen, right? You don't have to step out. You can just use his foot, rotate it into a C-sweep. But I'm not gonna break that down. That's for the other classes. I gotta see where you're at. So now, once you guys have step 1, spread eagle. Step 2 is to land that foot that's going out. In this case, it's my right. I gotta land it. Once I land that foot in the direction that I feel like traveling in, the next step is to use the momentum of my upper body and my foot. That was my lead foot. Got it? So now it's going to land again as a lead foot, but it's not going to have all my weight to it. So, example, I'm going to land it. Boom. As I land, notice my head. Where's my head? It's going in the direction leading my motions. My arms are already turning. My torso, my shoulders are turning. So that way this left foot can follow through. As this one follows through, then I can finish that C-sweep. Keep that in mind. So now, real time. 1, 2, and then, of course, I'm not going that fast, but it gotta be a heel. 3. So, how do we get to the third step? The third step is simple. I taught this in my classes. Guys, I have 2 videos up. Go learn those videos. I think one of them is probably the most viewed one. I think it's at like 90,000 views on YouTube. You got the replacement. That helps out with the heel pivot. Got that? And then you have the sidewalk. That also helps out with the heel pivot. And then when I get these other videos up where I'm doing these moves right here, that also helps out with the heel pivot, whatever, right? But it's a rhythm thing. It's a foot first and then pivot. I don't want to pivot and then turn my foot. Nah, that's gonna throw you off. What I want to do is I want to kick and then pivot, thus giving me that motion of when I go backwards. I want to kick and then pivot. My cat is obviously trying to get some FaceTime with you guys on TikTok. All right. What's up with you? Are you fighting me? Are you fighting me on national television? So that's step 3, Jay. Step 3 is to get from here to a 180 almost. 180 degrees, so that way you can land in the direction that you are traveling in. So how do I get there? After you learn the replacement, then this is what you do. You bubble one time, one scissor. This is how you build up the confidence. Scissors, cock it back, swing it through. Scissors, cock it back, swing it through. All right, that's a 90 degree. So now let's go ahead and do one more scissors and see if I can get to that past the 90 to 135. Scissors, cock it back, 135. Cool. All right, I did that. Let's do it again. Other foot. Scissors, cock it back, 135. All right, cool. I'm getting there. Now, once I get that point, the last thing is this. I want to try to get to that 180. If I go past the 180, great. All right. But last thing I want to do is file short at a 90 degree angle. I want to get used to the 180 so that way I can know that I can hit that 135. Right? And again, it's all about momentum. Most people get choked up or they get hesitant once they make that full rotation. Most people lose it at step 2. Right? Most people can spread eagle and they get right here and they try to make it happen by looking the opposite way. Most people get here and they try to let their lower half lead. You got to remember the upper body, the shoulders and your head has to lead in this this thing, right? It has to lead. Unless you're just swagging out right now. Unless you're just like, you know what? I'm going to cover my eyes and I'm going to make this happen. Because I got so much skills that I'm going to just back it up. Y'all going to get ran over. All right. Hit. And that, my friend, is a C-suite lesson 101, right? Obviously, with me being able to watch you and see what you're doing, then I can break down a little bit more in depth on where your challenges are. Got it? So keep that in mind. So that's a C-suite. All right. Got 10 minutes left. Then I got to attend to my family. Yeah, I got you, bro. And again, I'm not going to do spins because the spins, I have that already, that's already in play. That's coming to you guys very, very shortly. Very, very soon. If somebody had questions. Do you do this often? I don't. I might do it often more often. Let me get my words mixed up. Let me go slow all the way down. All the way down. I got you guys. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. The sun and the moon and the skies. Hey, it's okay. It's okay. You're welcome. Now, I'm not in ATL. I'm in Miami. From California, but down here in Miami. Viva la Miami. All right. Thank y'all for the love. I appreciate you guys. Y'all gave me a lot of love. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I highly appreciate you guys. Front dips. Backwards dips to sit spins. Backwards dips to sit spins. That's on track, so I guess I can do that, right? What are backwards dips to sit? Backward dips to sit spins. I don't know if I'm gonna do it right? If I go to a backward dip to a sit spin, that's my rotation. So if that's not it, then I apologize. But sometimes the verbiage, that's what I see or picture in my eyes, right? In my mind. So as I did backwards, I'm already in rotation, but I'm basing my sit spin on this foot that's leading back. So keep that in mind. So that's whatever foot is going back, that's the foot that's going to be my base for that sit spin. So as my left foot goes back, it's gonna be my base for my sit spin. Now you gotta know how to sit spin. And again, I'm not breaking down spins yet. That's gonna be for my videos, my subscribers on Patreon, and of course I'm gonna give you guys a little bit, whatever you guys can work with on that. But for the most part, when it comes down to sit spins, you guys gotta understand that there's 3 levels to get there. From your peak, from here, or you're already in spin motion, and to drop. That's where a lot of professionals do it. A lot of professionals also do it at level 2, where you're already halfway there. Boom. And then you drop. That's probably the easiest one for most people. And then the hardest one is to drop into the sit spin. There you gotta go here and then drop. But it's really based off of you and your preference. So I say work that out from there. So I know you guys are tuned in. But what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna grab everyone on my phone, Zoom. I'm gonna hop off, man. Great job, guys. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Log out of this one in that call. Upload that to my Patreon. Solid. I'm gonna bring these 3 devices with me. Take a seat. Answer some questions. Start off with my YouTube. I don't want to make this too long for you guys. We're already an hour and 17 minutes into it. I know it's supposed to be $1:30. But Jay, I got you. Whenever you're ready, bro, you can make it happen. All right, so I see you guys later. Look forward to some great content coming up in the next few. Other than that, you guys have a great night. All right, so that's my YouTube tube.